I used to believe that rich people problems were just about having too much money. But after helping multiple multi-millionaires with their finances, I realized I was totally wrong. The real problem isn't about having too much money, it's about having too many places to put it without a strategy. So here's a few of the things I've learned from my wealthiest clients in helping them get their finances sorted. The first thing I learned is that actually my wealthiest clients are often the most disorganized with their finances. And what I mean by that is they're often spreading themselves far too thin. They're trying to save for an emergency fund. They're trying to invest for their retirement. They're trying to pay off their debt. They're investing in property. They've got an ISA, a LISA, and a SIP on the go. They're also opening a SAS, and they're trying to do 15 different things all at the same time. And quite frankly, although it might feel like they're doing something, which sure is better than doing nothing, all it leads to is them feeling really disheartened by the really small amount of progress they're making with any one of those goals. So the biggest game changer for all of these people has been just to get really laser focused on exactly what they need to achieve and the order in which they need to achieve each of those goals based on some solid financial best practices and principles which I put in place for them. The next thing I realized is that my wealthiest clients often have the biggest debt load because they can afford the car payment, they can afford the credit card payment, they can afford the finance on the fancy furniture and the big mortgage on the big house. And then before you know it, wages don't quite keep up with inflation, costs go higher, and all of a sudden, any flexibility they had in their month-to-month finances, gone. So one of the main areas that we focus is on debt elimination, rapid debt elimination. On average, we're helping our clients save £25,000 in interest and become debt-free 9 years faster. And doing that for people who are wealthy, freeing up hundreds, if not over £1,000 or more per month in cash flow that was previously servicing debts, means they've got that much more to unlock their future wealth potential by investing that money instead. And the last biggest lesson I learned from working with these people is it's often the wealthiest clients I have who have no idea what their wealth potential is because they've been so caught up in the disorganization and scattergun approach that they've had with their finances and so caught up with just servicing debts on a monthly basis that they don't realize just how quickly they could become financially free if they just had a solid, robust plan in place that had them laser focused on exactly what they needed to do and the order in which they needed to do it. And once we get this all in place for them, they are then, on average, on track to retire between 15 and 18 years earlier. If you want to learn more about how this works, just comment the word training down below and I'll explain it in a lot more detail.